Hey, I'm back. I've just had a promising interview, so hopefully it pans out. Thank you both for giving me the confidence to keep looking. I have to keep moving my mic. I'm having a strange time at the moment because to get my kid christened in the Catholic Church, I have to bring the family down there to the church every week for a few months as a kind of agreement to the priest to accept us to the church. First few weeks, I was very skeptical. Now I'm enjoying the sense of community, but I still do not believe in God. Have you ever been drawn into something like this, even if it's not a religious event? I'm not sure what to think. I'm not sure whether to keep going after the christening or not. Any advice is welcome. I've heard that a lot of like the Catholics, you have to go to the church, otherwise they won't. You can't go there.
Yeah, when my dad married my mum, he had to. My dad was raised like atheist.
Mm-hmm.
He had to pretend that he's a Catholic to the fucking God people. He had to pretend he was what's it called, Christian Catholic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't let him marry mum in the Catholic Church.
My nan was very like she went to the church every Sunday.
Mm.
I mean, it was only round the corner, so I mean, she's not like she went fucking miles for it. But I sometimes I don't think it's about believing about God. Yeah, I mean, I think like sometimes the words and that they make you. It's the way they make you feel, right? They give you that sense of there's something more, not specifically about that a man that created everything, but the stories in that give you that hope, and they give you I can't think of the word. Start talking, Jamie, because I can't think of the word.
They almost give you. They almost give people hope, don't they? A sense
Yeah.
of like community, like the guy said. I don't know. Like for me, I would find it very difficult to deal with the talk. Like I've been in church a lot, and if to have a conversation to an extended point with someone and then saying like praise the Lord and shit, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. But the sense of community I do get, and I don't know. I've been sucked into things that I'm really not interested in. Like I hung around a rugby team a lot longer than I would have when I lost interest in doing it, and it was purely down to the sense of like a team thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like when it comes to it, obviously once your kid's christened, that's when you can make your decision. But you could just go to events and will be less regular at the church and not be as involved. But if you're really not feeling anything towards God, I wouldn't feel hypocritical about it either, because like as Dan said, like end of the day you're going there and it's doing something for you, and that's what it's supposed to do. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
because
mean?
that's why people find God in prison, right? It's not.
Mm.
I mean, most of them die. Oh yeah, God believes, but it's the way that the words make them feel, and the way that it like. I still can't think of that word. It's too fucking late, Jamie. I just can't think of it. But like, I can't even know where I'm going. Where am I going with that?
I think it almost gives people like comfort in like what's going on in their lives, and like I don't know, like
Oh,
you
that was
like
it.
go on.
I remember now. Yeah. So I was gonna say, like, I don't believe in God. It's thing, but like when my granddad passed away, like I it come to sort of realize that if I imagined that was it,
Mm.
that my granddad passed away and there was nothing at all, it made me feel really hollow. It made me feel like what's the fucking point? What I mean, if you're just gonna snap out of existence and that's
Yeah.
fucking it,
Mm.
then why am I even bothering? And I think to me, imagining and feeling like there was something more, that there's something I couldn't explain, but I knew that my granddad was probably somewhere happier. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about that. Gave me more hope. And I went through a phase where I was like, maybe I should go to church and sort of like explore this sort of avenue, but I never did. But I think that's the power of it, right? Like you've got all these people that believe in it, and they're really sort of friendly with each other. They help each other. They're not. I mean, religion is probably one of the worst things in the world for anything because it is very quite. I was going to say malicious, but it is, isn't it?
It's very
I mean, there's a lot of
secretive.
wars.
Secretive.
Yeah, yeah. But you take from it what gives you that, you know, the hope and that sort of
Yeah.
fulfillment.
And it sounds like I know what the Catholic churches can be like, and it sounds like this place isn't too pushy with their views on you. You can still go there and keep a distance as regards to getting fully involved in dealing with all of the like upbringings of what they want to do. Because like I know a lot of people in my life that, being from an Irish family, we've got people in our family that go to church, and you wouldn't fucking know it that it affects them in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. I always find it very strange situation to be in, and it's just up to you whether you think that you can not get suckered into it, or you might end up discovering the fact that you actually do want to, as Dan was gonna, like try and explore whether you actually do believe in what's being said, and then
Well, that's the thing, right? Like everyone assumes that it's all revolved around this one guy that created everything, and he's never wrong. And considering he's never wrong, he killed a lot of fucking people. But like when you break it down, which is why I always like the North mythology and stuff like that, that they're just basic steps on like how to be a better person. And like the stories are about like help your fellow man and like don't steal, don't fuck your sister and stuff like that. And you go and everyone sort of agrees, and you go to these places and they're all very friendly, and that's where that sense of community comes from. Like no one's trying to nick your wallet or stab you in the face, or you know what I mean. In a world like what we're doing here, in a world that's very hostile at the minute, and everywhere you go, people are miserable, or people don't want this, they don't want to do that, they're fucking this, they're that. The world's coming to an end. Ban this, kill this person. To have those people that are at that point in time for what, an hour? How long's church? An hour?
I would assume it's an hour. Any more than that, they're taking the piss, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But for that hour, you know what I mean? You're sitting down with people that are all just there for that moment, listening to this guy reading off stories, or because the reason the priests are so fucking good is because they know how to work a room, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never really met a priest that can't, you know, talk money out of your wallet. So you sit down for an hour, and they've handwritten this hours sort of talk, and you do a little bit of a sing song, and you come out and you feel refreshed and you feel, you know, a little bit better about yourself. What's wrong with that?
There's definitely nothing wrong with it.
No, I mean, you're not going down the street trying to fucking hand Bibles out to the person down the road. No one needs to know.
Yeah, as long as you turn up and you don't arrive and they're wearing like hooded masks and shit, and they're wearing to fucking sacrifice you and your children to the fucking satanic god of fucking Mordor or something, then you should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay to be selfish if you think, I mean, you don't have to believe in God. They talk about that sort of stuff, but that's not what you're there for. If it makes you feel good, no. Everyone's got their own reasons, and if it makes you feel content with that whole thing and it gets you through a little bit extra of your day with a smile, then I don't have a fucking problem with it.
I think that's what a lot of people that I know from work previously would go to, like Buddhist temples and stuff, and that's pretty much what they were doing there, because they had no real belief in the actual system. They were just using it as a way of community.
No. Yeah, you've got to find those bits in your life that you know help you get through it. Yeah, I mean, If I wasn't too fucking lazy, I'd probably do it. Well, I say lazy, but I ain't got a lot of time for anything at the minute. Let alone sitting in a fucking building for an hour with a load of
Imagine churches are
people.
cold up north as well.
Well, there's that, yeah. But no, I think it's definitely something you explore. Like I said, if you're getting something out of it now, just because you're being forced to go, if you get up on a Sunday morning and you want to chill out for an hour, I mean, I'm sure they're free coffee in that there. I think. Then see how it goes. Give it a couple weeks. If it has a positive impact on you, I wouldn't take your
Yeah, that's
shoplifting
true.
missus with you.
Thou shalt not steal.
I don't know how much she's gonna get out of that.
You did touch on a good point there, though, Dan. Like, he's being forced to go at the minute. It would be a good test for this guy once he's not being forced, whether he would still maintain the same level of like wanting to go, because that might dwindle, knowing that it's not
Yeah.
a necessity. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that either.
Oh yeah, for sure. And just pick up on those parts that you enjoy. It's a bit like meditation, right? Like you're taking time for yourself, and you're just sort of you're not worried about anything else. You're just there at the moment. So no, let us know. Let us know how it goes, and good luck with the christening, and hope you have a good after
We'll
party.
have a good party.
Yeah.